It's one of those things where I think an idea gets hot and then they try to race it through the network and they're like, all right, great, we got this. So the studio and they're like, all right, great, can we get it out before most of them end up bombing at the same time. We were just like, all right,
I don't know why you needed to bring race into it. To be honest, that's twice a day.
Which one? What did I say?
You said race.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't even use the word here.
Well, I hope not. I'm going to use race though on the next one because it's one of my faves. Black Dynamite.
Black Dynamite.
So you worked on Black Dynamite. Gigantic fan of Black Dynamite. I actually saw it at a film festival before it came out, and holy shit.
Man, you're so artsy.
I know. Well, I was doing a movie that was similar at the time, and they were like, hey, dude, I think this script is like yours, and it was. It was making fun of B movies in the 70s, right. And they just had a bigger budget, and God damn it, man, it was so good, dude. I ended up hiring the director for something else because I loved him, and I loved that film. And then when they turned it into animated, you worked on the animated series over at, was it Adult Swim?
Yeah, it was Adult Swim, yeah.
Yeah, how was that, working with all those guys?
Oh, it's fun because the showrunner, damn, why am I blanking on his name? This is bad, man. That's the homie.
It is, dude.
Save me.
You're talking about Byron Mins? Scott Sanders was the director, and he was obviously one of the
showrunner for, like, why am I blanking?
On Black Dynamite, the cartoon show?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't work on it.
I met Byron. And Byron's like a real martial artist, so he was in the room every day.
LaShawn Thomas.
Was Michael there? Was Michael
Scott Sanders or Michael
I know
Jai White?
LaShawn Thomas.
And Michael Jai White would come in sometimes.
He's been on the show before.
He's been on the show before.
He's great.
Yeah, he's a great dude.
Yeah,
he's an all-around cool motherfucker.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
He's a little too cool. It's suspicious to me how cool he is, to be honest.
I mean, he's a martial artist.
Sure, that's the thing, and I don't trust people like that, man. When you're that into it. Like, Giorgio's a wrestler here. Is Giorgio over there? Is he rolling around somewhere?
He's somewhere.
He's somewhere rolling around. He's a wrestler, but he's not as big as Michael, where you're just like, all right, cool. With Michael, you're like, oh, shit, you don't eat any carbs ever. And like, you live that life. If somebody came through the fucking door, there's no guns in that guy's household. He's going after them with his bear. Yeah, he is it. Like, he's the dude.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing. That's what I don't trust about it. Where if your life is dedicated to that,
he's like you know what he's like? He's like a hood monk. You know,
that's a good description.
You know, like how Shaolin monks be like just in the what do they call the place that the monks be at? The
Taj Mahal. Shit?
Yeah, there you go.
That's probably not.
Yeah, the monastery.
Play the entire Wu-Tang album, the first one, and and
is that part of it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They did give some good advice about protecting your neck.
Yeah,
I remember that.
Shaolin.
Guard your grill.
Yeah. Cream dollar.
A lot of for hip hop, a lot of very practical advice that applies to pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
And
then Wu-Tang Financial, obviously, from Chappelle's show.
Obviously, yeah.
Diversify your bonds and all that.
But that show was dope. What was your experience like on that?
It was just fun, man. Like, I've written with a bunch of people who were writers on that show before, and the showrunner whose name I can't remember. One of the producers.
Can't remember it.
It's terrible. And
that's Ian Edwards, guys. In case anybody from Hollywood.
Hey, man,
South
you said I've been doing this a long time. I'm getting older. Names be, I don't know.
Was it, hold on, showrunner, Scott Sanders.
He's the homie, too. This is so crazy.
It's not Scott.
Ars Nova, John Steingart, Carl Jones. Those are all.
Carl Jones.
Carl Jones,
yeah.
All right. So, hey, Carl, he got it on the 5th try, all right?
I got it on him reading the list.
Yeah.
It's your fault. Read his name first.
Yeah, you should have.
You made me look bad, bro.
Well, it goes alphabetical, dude. Nothing you can do about it. But it was fun. Like, all those guys are fun in real life. Because Michael's been on the show once, and he was a great guest and a great dude. And I know Scott's, but I just wanted the rest of it because when you're working on something like that, it's so fucking funny that you're just like, it's animated, so you can kind of just do whatever, right?
Yeah, well, that was William Street, too. Those guys are fucking lunatics. It's the same production company from Aqua Teen Hunger Force and Squidbillies and all these insane shows.
Yeah.
Like, you've got to be on drugs, I think, to think of these things.
Well,
were you on drugs when you were writing for it?
You had to be, right?
Nah, I got on drugs after.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
To
For the last OG?
For last OG.
To work with Tracy Morgan, you got to be on drugs, right?
The funny thing about the last OG, like, I did that from my living room.
No shit.
Because
Really?
Yeah,
it was
during
right
that
after
bullshit,
COVID.
yeah.
The season I did was right after COVID. So you just had these Zoom writers' rooms where you just log in. You just wake up.
Yeah.
I'd come downstairs. I'd wash my face, come downstairs.
Yeah.
And make some tea. and log in, and we just start writing over Zoom like that, like the whole time. No
All day
traffic.
long?
Yeah.
How was it? Was it odd?
Nah, I like not jumping in LA traffic
no shit.
and murdering people on the way to work. And I like not, wanting to murder people on the way to work, and just log in, do the job, and then take a break for lunch, and then log back in, and then finish up the evening, and then you're just home. You don't have to drive home. You're just there.
Well, are you single? Do you have kids or wife? Or
No,
any of
I'm
this stuff?
single. I'm
okay.
single, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's probably why. So
Right.
anybody with kids in a family,
Trying to get the fuck out of there.
dude, whenever I hear kids in a background on a Zoom call, I was like, it's not necessary. I didn't need to see you today. Like, you can just turn the goddamn picture off. And one time I did, like, shit, I was on a call 2 days ago, and I'm in the car, and I didn't have time to flip over to the camera and all that shit. And I just said, look, it's great not to see everybody here today because I don't think it's fucking necessary anymore. So I'm sure the people with kids were like, hey, this is not so fun. But for you, you're like, yeah, fuck it. I can smoke weed and turn off the camera and then kind of come back on and do whatever I need to do.
Yeah, I'll just take a gummy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then you're good to go. You also worked on the Carmichael Show. How was that? How was Jerrod?
Oh, that was good. That was before Jerrod came out.
It was,
So,
yeah.
Yeah. So
Did you think he was gay?
Nah.
I didn't either.
Yeah, I have no gaydar.
Yeah.
I can't tell. You have to just tell me straight up.
He was a wild one. I didn't expect it either. But the reason I bring him up is he's hosting the Golden Globes tonight.
Yeah. Oh, it's tonight?
It's tonight.
I got to check that out, yeah.
It's on a Tuesday, which is weird. But they didn't want to go up against the NFL, which is smart. Ratings are too big for NFL these days. So they're like, fuck that.
Does anybody
pop it on
watch the
Tuesday.
award shows anyways anymore?
You know, and that's what I wanted to ask you about.
The Golden Globes, they get drunk.
Yes.
So that's a different one.
And they
right?
usually try to hire an edgy or comedian. He certainly fits that bill.
Right.
What do you expect out of somebody like him for tonight? Because he clearly didn't give a fuck at the Emmys. Did you watch that?
Nah.
He came shirtless with a fucking mink on.
When was this?
5 months
There
ago.
it
Bob, pull up Jerrod Carmichael. It's at the Emmys.
Shit, Jerrod is really...
Oh, dude. He hopped on stage like that.
I mean, if there was any question.
And what
about-
did he do? Give out an award or something?
No,
Present?
he
host.
won.
Or, yeah,
no, he
yeah,
won. He
yeah,
won.
Oh, for
Carmichael,
Rafael.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So pop this up, Bob, for the audience here, because this was wild as shit.
Yeah.
So that's how he shows up.
I mean, that's a very Vin Diesel from the original Triple X kind of situation right there, right?
Or an MTV Movie Awards, like a VMA outfits, and he just said, "Fuck it," so I'm going like this.
He's a comic or a musician now. That's
That's the thing.
that's a musician vibe. That's
that's a look for a comic. Yeah, it's different.
I'm gonna ask you guys for a name again.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Who's the guy that Atlanta?
Donald Glover.
That's straight Donald Glover, right?
Yeah.
there.
That's some. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It is
some
some-
Donald Glover shit.
Well, maybe he's making beats too. You don't know.
He may be.
Yeah.
It might be, dude.
With that outfit, then
He should be.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He's gay, so you can get away with a lot
Yeah,
more.
you can do whatever you
right?
want. He can Frank Ocean this shit and do whatever you want. But he hopped up on stage, got the award, and then he just said, I don't want to be a downer, but I'm going to go ahead and get the fuck out of here. And so, no lie, he walked off the stage, and then there was an exit door, and he just walked right out of the building, and then you never saw him the rest of the show. That was
That's
it.
funny.
He stayed for his award, got it, and then walked the fuck off stage and out into a parking lot. And by all accounts, nobody saw him at a party later or anything else. He just bounced and went somewhere. What's his story like in real life? Because I watched his stand-up as he was on the come up, and I'd never seen anything like it. Like, the delivery was super fucking weird. It seemed like he didn't care about the audience. I enjoyed it because I'd never seen anything like it before. And they said he was going to be the next big guy. And this was probably 7 or 8 years ago that I watched him.
Right.
What's his story in real life? Is it a bit or is that just him?
Nah, I think it's so. First of all, let's say one thing about this picture. It's a crime to have a coat like that and just not hang out later on that night.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like a waste of money.
Yeah.
So Jerrod, that's bad. That's like wasting your food. Like you gotta flex all night in that jacket. You gotta go to the after parties. That's bullshit.
There's children in China that don't have mink coats to wear.
Yeah.
No,
Understand?
my kids don't have
Yeah,
mink coats.
what the fuck?
know.
There's kids in Africa that if they had that coat, they would wear it all year round.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Every day.
It's 250
And they would
fucking
not,
degrees
yeah, they would
outside,
not,
still
you
wearing
know,
it.
people in Egypt would have that shit on.
Yes, dude.
So just to wear it one night, grab an award and leave is pretty rude.